If you're such a huge fan of Voltron, then why haven't you already reviewed this show? Because I had to review all the rest of the Power Rangers and I wanted to do the other Voltron shows. Gosh! This is a review of Voltron Legendary Defender Season 1.
Yes.
So Voltron Legendary Defender is a Netflix action cartoon. And I say that because we don't have many of those now, because basically every other cartoon's a comedy.
Yes.
And so the fact that now that this is an actual action cartoon is very refreshing and very well needed in this world right now. And so, back a bunch of years ago, DreamWorks actually bought the rights to a bunch of shows, including Voltron. They basically just had it sitting there, didn't really do anything with it, until now. So, and now it's a cartoon on Netflix, which is pretty good, if you have Netflix.
When the trailer came out, I thought this looked like crap. Didn't think it looked like any good.
I was on the fence before the trailer came out. I was kind of like, because you know, Voltron Third Dimension, not good. Voltron Force, not good. So I was kind of like, DreamWorks is making a Netflix Voltron show. I don't know what this is going to be. And then they said that the people who made Avatar The Last Airbender was working on it. And I was kind of like, oh, this could be very interesting. Then the trailer came out and I was hyped up.
I was not excited. Most people, you know, were not excited for this show.
Well, you were saying that the animation looked like crap, that the story looked like crap, the characters looked like crap.
Yep.
Everything was crap to you, and our friends started agreeing with this guy, saying, yo, this looks generic, this doesn't look good. So then the show came out, and everyone was like, hey, you know that Voltron show? It's actually pretty good. Voltron's actually good? What a surprise and what a thought!
Yes, this was the first Voltron show I ever watched, and I loved it.
So yes, let's get into this. Okay, so, the characters are great. This time, instead of changing their colors to match their lines, now they switch around their lines to actually match their clothes this time. So now Keith does red, Lance does blue.
Hunk and Pidge are still yellow and green.
And then the new character, Shiro, is the new leader, and he pilots the Black Lion. And Shiro's very interesting. So basically what they did, they cut out Sven, and Sven in Goal Lion's name was Shiro, so they just basically took that name and created this whole new character. And it's great because Shiro is just a really great character. And by the way, minor spoilers for Season 1. So if you don't want absolutely anything spoiled, stop now. But if you're finally getting just a little bit of spoilers, then keep watching. Yes. We're not going to spoil anything too insane. So anyway, so the crazy thing about Shiro is he actually has like PTSD. Like in the middle of fighting, he'll just start having like these flashbacks. And it's really cool and really crazy. And Shiro is honestly like one of the best Voltron characters ever. I fight in my head about which one's better, Keith, Lance, or Shiro. And Pidge and Hunk are great.
My favorite's just Shiro.
So yeah, animation in this show is amazing. Like they did so great. It's very anime inspired, which makes a lot of sense because Go Lion's an anime, which makes Voltron is an anime. So it's like with Third Dimension and Voltron Force, it was just generic American animation. So the fact they're doing this and it's anime inspired, it makes a lot of sense, and the animation just looks beautiful.
And then the story is great, it has different plot twists, all of them are good. Just different things about this show just makes it better and better as you keep on watching.
Yes. And then also we have Allura and Koran. They changed Koran a lot and it was all for the better.
And his mustache be poppin'.
Koran is great. Like anytime Koran's on screen, you know you're gonna start laughing because he is such a funny character. So, and the villains are also really great because we have King Zarkon and Hagar, and they don't call them the Drool Empire anymore, thank goodness. Now they're the Galra Empire, as they were called in Go Lion. And what's so great about this show is they basically take the best things of Voltron and the best things of Go Lion, combine it, and just make a whole new thing. Because this show, like, it resembles Voltron, and it knows, but it's so much of its own thing. Which is so great, and the tone of this show is just amazing because it knows when to be dark, and when it can just straight up tell a bunch of jokes. And the jokes are hilarious. It's a very funny show.
Yes.
It's a very action-oriented show. Just everything it does is great. And one great thing, one of the greatest things about this show, is the power of teamwork, boy!
Heck yeah!
This show is so inspiring with all the teamwork in it, because it's just like, it's straight up Sonic Heroes, man! Everything's about teamwork, everything's about working together. It's just so great. It's just such an inspiring show. Like, it just makes you want to go out with all your friends and work together and take down a bigger threat. Yeah, boy, Voltron Force!
It just makes me want to watch the next episode.
That too. Makes you want to watch another episode with your friends.
Yeah!
And a really, really great thing about this show is they actually end up leaving Eris very close to around the beginning. Which is very good because, you know, in the original they stay on Eris the entire time. And then this one they're like out in space exploring different planets, which makes it really good because now they feel like defenders of the universe. They're out exploring other planets and fighting Galra on different planets. So it's very, very great. And so, yeah, I mean, honestly, the only bad things that I could think of was the villains don't get as much screen time as you'd like them to, but that also isn't that bad, because that only gives you more time to bond with paladins, as they're now called, instead of pilots, they're paladins, which I think is a really cool word. And yeah, you just get more time to bond with them. And the only other thing is the ending is pretty abrupt, like you're on the edge of your seat, season finale, and just cut you off.
Yeah, it shocked me when we were watching it, and then you have to wait a good 6 months to see what happens.
Which is super fast. But it was very scary because you didn't know if this show was going to do any good when it first came out, so you just had to hope. I mean, I had hope that it was probably going to get a season 2 because of how great it was. But you honestly, you didn't know when it first came out, but of course it did. And season 3 is right around the corner. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah!
So, yeah, I would honestly call this the best Voltron show we have ever had.
The best one I've watched.
Like, it's definitely the best. I cannot recommend this show anymore, any higher than I already am. Like, just go out and watch Voltron, Legendary Defender. It's the best.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say. I'm Daniel Keith.
And I'm Caleb.
This
is
has been
WolfpackATTACK.
Rare. See you next time. If you've seen Voltron Legendary Defender Season 1 and you want to talk about it in the comments. And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.